Hello and welcome to Kitchen Counter Crafts. If you like this video, would you please like, comment, share, and subscribe? All right, I am really scared to do this video because I ended up buying a Conklin Duragraph, and I do want to say I did read reviews and they were super mixed. So what happened is I got like a gift card from work. So I went on Amazon and thought, you know what? I can pay 30 something dollars for this. So I ended up paying, I think with tax and not shipping, but I think there's a discount, about $38 for this. So less than 40. And I just bought it at the time of filming this video. And so I got it today. And I just want to, I got it in this plastic bag, but there's the information. I got the amber in the stub. I have to say, this is a very nice presentation. I have spent more for pens and not received anything that looks like this. So, I mean, very nice, kind of a heavy box that it was shipped in. And there's some stitching and this gold embossed, very nice, fine writing instrument. So, I don't know, looks super nice to get this or maybe give it as a gift. So inside, let's see, congratulations on your new pen. Hopefully enjoy a smooth writing experience, right? Because that's what I'm reading, that these pens are pretty much trash. So we'll see. Threaded piston pump ink converter. So looks like I need to screw that in. And then I got the amber color, which looks suspiciously like orange, but actually it's very pretty. I like that the finial and the end here are actually pretty nice, and they catch the little black accents here. And the color and the feel of the acrylic is actually very nice. So from what I read, what I have read, and people have had cracking on these, so just not one of those pens that I would toss into my purse, but maybe more of a desk pen. Probably not even one that I would keep in my pocket or anything. The clip is nice, so kind of like a ball at the end of it. It says Conklin here, so that's actually nice. A little band here. I have heard that the caps they have like gaps in them, and so they cause hard starts. So if you have that, the quick fix that I read was just get some of your silicone and put it on a Q-tip and just kind of just wipe the inside of the cap to kind of seal up any holes from the acrylic. And as I mentioned, I got the stub nib, so I want to take a look at that. There we go. All right, so actually a nice print on that. I like that crescent shape. That is for the Conklin brand. And then the feed looks pretty good. As far as the nib is concerned, they were having all kinds of issues when these were Bach nibs, but now they did change over to Yovo. So I'm hoping, and Yovo was since 2021. So they've been using Yovo for a little bit now. So you can just see how it catches the light. It's actually very pretty and feels fairly substantial, I think. So the converter is in here already. It's not proprietary or anything like that. I believe it's like a standard international, and I don't mind having this screw-in converter, mainly because to me it means it stays in. So you probably want to look for if you're having like issues with flow or something like that, you can use a standard international. Some people said a Schmidt converter. So anyway, same thing, just international. So let me grab some ink and ink this up. So I have Diamine Winter Spice. I cannot see that. I'm having issues with going in and going out of focus. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, just fill this up. Probably should not have kept that on the white box. Move that out of the way. It's very pretty. You can see the way that it looks on the back. Now, people say you cannot post it. Mine looks like you can post. I would not post it. It's gigantic if you post. Plus, I think that would also affect the cracking of acrylic. I don't like posting. Oh, I didn't even measure this. So let's do that real quick. All right, so let me straighten this out. Let's cap it. Okay, so it is about 5.5 inches, and I am bringing my handy dandy Workhorse TWSBI right next to it. Same price point, and I have no issues with this at all whatsoever. So it looks like about the same size, so that's good to know. This is a Pilot Metropolitan. That was a TWSBI Eco, by the way. So let me talk price points here. Love this pen, Metropolitan. I recommend it for anybody who's starting off. I also recommend TWSBI Eco for anyone who's starting off. Metropolitan's about 25, Eco is about 35, and then the Duragraph, it runs probably around 45-ish, but you can get it on sale like I did, and it'll be around the Eco price. These rarely I've seen going on sale. So anyway, similar sizes, similar prices, and then let me uncap that. And that is just shy of 5 inches. That is a lot larger. So if you have bigger hands, might be better pen for you. And then this is probably right at the Duragraph size. Is that right? Yeah. Yep, exactly. Okay. I don't remember if you can. Yeah, you can post Metropolitan. Nice brass body. Super nice to give as gifts. I love, love, love giving new people a Metropolitan. I feel like it's like a gateway drug. Just a beautiful pen. Nice to look at, nice to write with. Okay. Can you tell I'm like postponing this here? So we're just gonna go for it and go ahead and write. So it is December 23, 24. And this is a Conklin Duragraph with a stub nib. Shocking. It writes really well. So did I get lucky? I don't know. I do know that people were just bagging on the Omniflex nib, which is what I wanted, and they said it absolutely was trash, that you might as well not purchase a pen because everybody had issues, mainly because you need a ebonite feed. The feed can't keep up, the converter was trash, and the nib was trash. So pretty much you had the pen body, which people were buying a different feed and a different nib, putting in like an FPR flex or something along those lines. I didn't want to mess with it. I'm not a tinkerer. I will make, you know, like if it's a dry nib, I can work to make it wetter. That's like the extent of it. So anyway, all right. Who knew? Oh, that looks a little dry right there, but let's see. I'll keep writing. All right, so let's do some of these. Okay, yeah, I can see where there's a little bit of like a hard start area. It's missing and skipping some of those lines. And like I said, I just inked it. The nib is wet, so it it shouldn't be doing that. But you do get a nice line variation, nice amount of ink that it's putting down. I am going to go ahead and stop talking and do just a quick writing sample. So let's try that out. It doesn't stink. So, let's see, let's take a look at this writing sample here. So, you can tell there's a little bit of ink missing there. So right there, maybe a little bit here. But in this, it's going okay. There's some missing here. So interesting. It's not terrible. But is it like the Twisby Stub? No, it's not like that. See, it just isn't. Oh, there it's doing some. Does it have a sweet spot? Do I need to be? No? Holding it more upright doesn't seem to change it. Do I just need to keep going? Maybe. Okay. Looks like hit and miss to me here. So some hits and some misses. So will I need to maybe floss the nib and see if that works a little bit better? Maybe. But people are complaining about feedback. I love feedback. This barely has any, so that's kind of sad. Another thing to point out also, by the way, they said this is like screen printed on here, the Conklin, and it's gonna like disappear after a little bit. So I think the wear and tear on this pen, not the best. People are always scared about the Eco. This thing I have beat up. Like I barely changed the ink on it. It still writes. And by barely, I mean, I don't know, I can go like 6 months with the same ink in it. So I kind of abuse these, and it's like not an issue at all. And this is a stub nib, so I'm just going to compare it to this, and you can just see, I mean, there's no doubt that this is putting down a ton of ink and not skipping anything at all. And it doesn't matter which angle I'm writing on or not. So this one, I feel like I need to go slower. Maybe I was going too fast. Now that I'm going a little slower, it's actually keeping up. So it might be a feed thing. There, that's a little better, right? It's writing, and it's writing well. I mean, well enough, not like some people saying theirs did not write at all. So many people recommended either getting a fine so that you can like floss the tines and make a dry writer wetter, instead of trying, it's next to impossible to make something that writes wet drier. That's very difficult to do, especially for somebody who doesn't tinker. So that's not too bad to do that. And for me, I think the thing is, if I'm writing like slower, this seems to keep up. Let me try the writing sample once again, just writing a little slower because I went really fast. Well, I mean, faster, normal writing. Let me try this. No, it still gave me a. I don't normally write this slow. Well, I wrote that fast. Do I just need to get it going? I don't know. I'm kind of relieved. I feel like I got a lucky one. I almost wrote down the lucky dog. It's writing well. Some of the people at the pen club are the ones who really kind of told me about these. A couple of them had Omniflex nibs on them with no issues whatsoever. So I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna roll the dice and try it out. I mean, it was like a gift card, and the body is just, I mean, look at the way it's picking up the light. And when I took it out of the box, I was like, ooh, that's really pretty. So I'm not big into acrylics, not really. And this is somewhat of a demonstrator, which is kind of cool. I don't know if you can tell a little bit. Yep, there it is. You can see the converter in there and the ink. So that's kind of nice because the black kind of covers up the ink in there. I will wait and see how the cap and the drying out does. But if I saw that pen sitting down on someone's desk, I would say, ooh, what is that? Because it looks very, very pretty. It looks very high end. And to know that it wasn't actually that expensive is kind of cool. So a little bit about Conklin pens, by the way. Only the vintage ones are made in Toledo, Ohio. These ones now, from what I understand, are the same or similar pens as Monteverde. And so very kind of basic starter pens. And I don't really like buying Chinese pens, but guess what? Didn't know the body is pretty much made in China. And they're assembled here in the U.S., so they can say it's like a U.S. thing. So that's kind of a meh for me. The Yovo nibs are great. Recommended on Reddit to get a stub, so that's what I did. The stub is actually very nice. You can change out the nibs, although the nib unit is proprietary. The grip section actually felt very nice, and some people complained about the threads. I don't feel that at all. That's actually a very comfortable, very nice pen to use. I do want to say that it kind of reminds me of my TWSBI. So classic shape, nice acrylic, but problems are hard starts, very stiff steel nibs, but that's, I think, from the Bach, because several of them were like a long time ago. By the way, I also want to point out that this is a plastic grip section. People said that the metal pens kind of start to flake off. So Conklin has a lot of quality assurance issues, and honestly, that's what kind of scared me. So I don't know what you think of this review. Do you have a Duragraph? What are your thoughts on it? Just share those. Would you get one? Is it worth it to you? It's kind of nice that I had some gift money so that I didn't have to spend my own hard-earned cash. So, you know, I kind of feel like I lucked out. And all right, so I think that's all I have. And if you like this video, would you give it a thumbs up? That also helps me. If you have some comments on this, or maybe some tweaks you've done, something to help somebody out if they're considering a Duragraph, would you please share that as well? And until the next video, bye.